Let's go to this incident and this tragic incident in this boat. You've said that the Rudd government is covering up. What's it got to cover up here? I mean, why does it matter?
Well, Fran, I think what I've said is it starts to look like a cover-up.
Sure, I beg your pardon.
Well, the reality is when governments know the facts, and this government does know the facts and has known the facts for some time, and declines to make them public, after a time, even the most devoted admirers of the Rudd government start to wonder why they're not fessing up and putting the facts on the table, and it starts to look like a cover-up. So if the Rudd government wants to dispel the suggestion that it's a cover-up, all it needs to do is tell the truth.
Are you concerned about the details of how this happened? I mean, does it matter how this fire started? Does it really matter in terms of the policy debate we're now having in this country?
Well, at least 3 people have been killed, 30 have been seriously injured. 3 Australian naval personnel have been injured. This is a very serious incident. Of course we're entitled to know what caused it. It's vital public interest to know what caused it.
Do you accept that the Rudd government initially said it was more appropriate to wait for the official version to come out and not leap ahead, as happened in the Children Overboard debate? Do you accept that that's had some influence on this?
We're not talking about past issues or past events. We are now...
I suppose what I'm saying is it valid for them to say we're waiting for the police...
We are now, how many days? I think we're now... Is it 5 days since these events? I mean, this is a long time. Look, this is a tragic event, and our sympathy, our prayers indeed, are with the victims of this tragedy, and I might say our admiration is with the Australian service personnel in the Navy and the police, and of course the extraordinary work of the doctors and medical staff at the hospitals around Australia who are dealing with these victims of this terrible disaster. Look, this is a dreadful tragedy, Fran, but we are entitled to know what happened, because this is a matter of vital public interest. So the government should stop playing games, and they know what's happened. They know full well what's happened. They've known for some time. They should tell the truth. That's all we're asking them to do. Tell the truth. It doesn't always come easily to Mr. Rudd's government, but this is what he should do. He should just grit his teeth and tell the truth.
Do you accept this is a delicate debate in our nation to handle? I mean, you're calling for bipartisan approach. Your spokesperson...
I'm calling for him to tell the truth.
Sure, and you're calling for bipartisanship in the way forward for how to deal with it.
I would welcome the opportunity to sit down with Mr. Rudd to get a full briefing on the security information and intelligence they've had. The government says these changes in Australian policy have not had an impact on people smuggling. That just strains credulity. It's unbelievable. You can't... You get... From August, when the policy was changed, you get a dramatic increase in boats, and the government says that's a coincidence. It's simply not credible. And so clearly, Fran, the policy isn't working. Now, what the government has to do is, just like they've got to tell the truth about what happened on the boat, they've got to tell the truth, face the facts that their policy has failed, that they are not adequately protecting our borders, that their policies are perceived as being soft, and that is encouraging people smuggling, and they have to change the policies. Now, I'm happy to sit down with Mr. Rudd and engage with him to see if there's something we can agree on. I think it would be good if there was collective agreement and a common will to stamp out people smuggling.
Okay, and perceptions versus reality, I guess, is what a lot of it's all about. Just finally, Malcolm Turnbull, Julie Bishop, is she your choice as deputy? And is there an effort in your party to knock her off?
Julie Bishop is a wonderful deputy. She's a very dear friend of mine and has been for 20 years. She has total support from the party room. I know the stories you're referring to. I've been reading political reports and columns and journalism for more than 30 years, Fran. I've never read anything so baseless and absurd as that suggestion. So Julie has my total support and the party's total support, and she deserves it because she's doing an outstanding job.
Malcolm Turnbull, thanks for joining us on Breakfast.